Alright, this is going to be my settings video on generally the preferred settings for most people on OSU, just for beginners. So if you're not a beginner, you probably have most of these checked. But yeah, if you're kind of new to OSU, you should go through these and set at least most of them. Some of them are preference. Most of them, pretty much, technically all of them are preference, but like you kind of want to have them on, and it'll make it look a lot nicer and make your OSU experience a lot better. So the biggest ones that you want on and off are right here on the details settings. Snaking sliders I like on. Kind of is a good way to tell which way the slider goes if you don't have a nice enough skin for that. I suggest turning off background video and storyboards and hit lighting because those add a lot more to your play when you're playing a level, and that can be really distracting. If you want to leave them on, that's fine, but then I suggest turning up your background dim, which is down here. Main menu doesn't really matter. I have show thumbnails off because I find them distracting. Yeah, like I said, background dim, most people keep it at 100. I keep it at 100. Just makes it so that there's not any distracting background that you might confuse for a hit circle or slider mid-game. These are all preference. A lot of people like to have show key overlay on. I have that on as well so that people can see what I'm hitting, what fingers I'm using, what patterns I'm using. Music doesn't, or settings don't really matter. I usually have ignore beatmap hit sounds on because you don't want weird, random, just who knows what kind of sounds the person decided to put on. You want to have your skin sounds. Similar for ignore all beatmap skins. And use skin sound samples is a good thing to always have turned on. That's default, but ignore all beatmap skins because you don't want some weird, ugly skin while you're playing a map. Same for always use skin cursor. Cursor size, preference, sensitivities, preference. Disable mouse buttons in play mode. If you use your mouse buttons, don't do this. But if you don't, it's super good to have because if you have a mouse and you're moving around fast and you accidentally click on a circle, you might hit it super early or super late. You don't want that to happen. So yeah, key bindings are all preference. And this is all more editor stuff that you probably won't be using as a beginner or just as your general settings. So yeah. Again, most of these are preference. All of them are preference, but a lot of them are very much recommended by any decent OSU players. So yeah.